If you bored, then stop complaining. Tap into Slightlee daily. Pods and blogs and playlists. Everyday entertainment. Slightly to the daily. Slight to the lead to the. If you bored, then stop complaining. Tap into Slightlee daily. Pods and blogs and playlists. Everyday entertainment. Slightly to the daily. Slight to the lead to the daily.
Yes. All right, this is probably the biggest podcast I've ever done in my entire life. This is episode 78, but guys, this is the 1 year mega podcast. Happy birthday to the Slightly Daily podcast. It has been 1 full year, and we have done 78 episodes. Let me just take a moment of silence, man. Yeah, go ahead, Ellie. Man, I'm literally so amped and I'm so excited. Look, let me just start this out by saying this. This podcast right here, this show right here is something that it's like the most proud I've ever been in my life of something that I've created. Like, for real. And thank you to all who have shown support and whatnot. I think my main kind of message I want to send to you guys about today, the podcast. Hopefully, I have a couple segments filmed. Obviously, you see it's just me right here. This is going to be segment 1. Hopefully, I can get 2 more segments in today. Just kind of tapping in with you guys and just making this like a big spectacle, because this is a big deal. What I'm getting at, the message that I want to get across is I'm just very proud of this, because I know a lot of people out there, we all start stuff, but we don't keep it going. We might stop before we get anywhere that we want to be. And I think, just to kind of brag on myself just a bit, I want to make this show about the Slightly Daily podcast, but I just want to, kind of just let me have my moment, okay? But I'm very proud of the fact that I started this and I kept it going for an entire year. Like, I didn't give up after episode 5, where I was having technical difficulties and I didn't know what the fuck was going on and all that bullshit. So anyway, hopefully, so I had a few people. My idea for this show was to just literally make this a mega podcast, make this huge as fuck, and make it literally a spectacle and have multiple guests and multiple people call in like it's a fucking radio show and shit. So I had probably 6 or 7 people who showed interest in calling in. I shot them a DM with my phone number. Hopefully throughout this, I can get some guests to call in. But yes, guys, cheers. This is not alcohol. This is coffee. It is 3 p.m. Tonight I'll probably have a beer or 2, but I'm having a cup of coffee right now. I'm just reflecting on this beautiful moment here. It's probably, like I said, this is probably one of the proudest moments of my life. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. So who we got in the Instagram live? Kobe, if you want to call in, you can, man. I'm going to answer it on my laptop right here. So if you want to call in and be the first caller, that'd be awesome. Yeah, guys, I'm really just wanting to make this as a celebration piece, as just a commemorative episode. Like, yes, this is episode 78, but this is also just kind of like a spectacle. I mean, so I guess I can kind of just give you guys sort of just like the history of, how the idea sprouted and that kind of stuff. I've told this story a bunch of times. I've told it 100 times. Here comes 101. So I created slightlydaily.com as a blog because I got into sports. I wanted to get into sports journalism. I went to school for journalism at MTSU. Long story short, there's not work in sports journalism. It's just hard to do. And before I forget and get pissed off, let me plug in my camera. That would have been fucking tragic if my camera died. But anyway, what I was saying. Long story short, went to school for journalism. This is just kind of how the idea of the slightlydaily.com happened. I wanted to create a entertainment website blog where it's just the news about the entertainment, no bullshit, no gossip, no nothing like that, and it's just straight facts, news. And also, I wanted to create a platform. I wanted to create a platform to give other people a platform and show them like, hey, someone's paying attention to you. Someone is listening to your music and putting, I'm putting these people, local, independent, underground artists. So we have our first caller. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, so who we got here?
We got Tyler Patterson, man.
We got Tyler Patterson in here as our first caller. Man, so wasn't able to keep the Instagram. I thought it was gonna ring on my laptop, but fuck it. So
Right.
Tyler Patterson, man. So tell me, so obviously on any other given day, I would have, a podcast episode where I'm kind of like, okay, man, so who are you? Which we can definitely do that. But for this one, man, I'm really wanting it to be just about how you feel about Slightly Daily as a brand, because this is the 1 year anniversary of the podcast. You feel me? So tell me, man, how, from an outsider's point of view, kind of how it's impacted you in your life, man.
Super envious of it, because, it's just dope to, like someone who makes music or something. Like, I don't do anything like that, but someone who can just, find the enthusiasm to do something and, just stick with it, even if not if someone fucks with it or not.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's how I see it. I just fuck with the movement. I just fuck with someone trying to do something that they like to do.
Right.
That makes me happy.
I appreciate it. And you're a Murfreesboro guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Well, dude, I really appreciate it, man. Your support and
for sure.
Your support has not gone unnoticed, man. Like, you're always, watching my stories and stuff, and I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you calling in too, man. And referring your friend as well to me. It's really dope, man. See, that's what it's all about, friends of friends.
Yeah, man. Love.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And it sounds corny to say, but bro, it's not. Literally spreading love, man. It's such a simple thing. But yeah, man.
Free.
So yeah, bro. I appreciate it, man. I actually got another caller right here, man. I appreciate it.
Sir.
Tyler Patterson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being the first caller, and also, man, yeah, I'd love to get you in here in person one day, man, if you're down.
Yeah, that'd be dope, bro. Hey, you have a great day, man.
I appreciate that, man. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got another caller from Tampa, Florida.
Hi, you reached Sean White.
Uh-oh. Damn, hopefully I'm not showing people's phone numbers. Hold on. Can I call people from my laptop? That is the real question. Can you call people? Can you call people from a MacBook? I swear I thought you could. Let's see. We'll try it again.
Hi, you reached Sean White.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what these Instagram DMs are talking about right now. Let me see if it works this way.
Hi, you reached
So yeah, guys, that was an awesome little moment right there. Tyler is someone who is a friend of a friend, and recently he actually referred one of his friends who makes music to the brand, and it was just awesome. It was really amazing seeing someone who I kind of barely know want to also get involved with this shit. So here's my next caller. Hello.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Caller number 2, man. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, number 2. So please, you were whenever you called, I was right in the middle of the first one, but I wanted to make sure I got you in here, man. So can you please introduce yourself?
Awesome.
I got you hooked
Yeah,
up on speakerphone right to the mic. So.
Oh, okay. All right. But, well, my name is Vo. Instagram, Bravo.
Right.
And, yeah, basically am a first-time caller, long-time listener of Slightly Daily Podcast.
Yeah, dude.
And
You've been a very. It's just awesome because like we've never met in person before. Just for the viewers out here.
Yeah.
So it's just been.
Yeah, we never met.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I found your podcast from like your Bonnaroo 2018 vlog, I think.
Right.
Like that. And yeah, like I've been a huge fan ever since. I've been like, following you on Instagram, retweeting your stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate that, man. So tell me, all right. So a normal episode, it would be kind of more about the guest. With this one, I kind of want to, this is kind of like a commemorative episode because it has been 1 full year of Slightly Daily, the podcast. Can you just give me a few words on like how it, how you feel about it, or maybe you have no feelings, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I got a couple words for sure.
Go ahead.
But yeah. So basically, I mean, I like the whole aesthetic. I fuck with like like the embodiment that you have. Like you can tell you do like a lot of like an extremely good job, and like lots of hard work and dedication, and it really shows. Like I said, we don't really know each other.
Yeah.
But
cool.
like like it's definitely like even from like afar, like you're still like kind of like making an impact on people who you don't even know, and I think that's pretty dope. So.
See, that's awesome, bro. That you even have those words to say, because like, you're in Florida, correct?
Yeah. I'm vacation for Thanksgiving, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So where are you from exactly? Like, where do you live?
Based out of Virginia.
Virginia. Okay.
Yeah. Based out of Virginia. Went to a small college in middle of nowhere, Virginia. Then graduated this past spring and moved down to Florida.
Oh, nice. So that's awesome, man. I live in Tennessee, so that's also that's also the Bonnaroo connection too. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, literally, I live
like what, like a good like you're like what, not far from
literally 30 minutes, not even like.
Yeah.
So that's always just been like a thing that's kind of always kind of connected me with Bonnaroo specifically, but yeah, bro, I really appreciate it. I'd love to get you on like one of these Zoom calls or something. If you got a laptop with a webcam.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be cool.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be antisocial. Like I care, like I care to like get to know more about you. But like I wanted this episode specifically to kind of just be like, tell me your testimony on, the podcast. I guess I want it to just be different because I am gonna try and film this in like multiple segments. Like this one, I'm starting it out with just me, and then maybe later in the day I might do a little short one with a couple people, and then like rotate it with a couple more. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, bro. I really appreciate you calling in, man. Seriously. Like, I wasn't expecting anyone to actually kind of, like, call in. Because, it's like it's a phone call. And I have, like, the phone, like, right next to the mic. So, but I appreciate it, man. And take care. Have a good rest of your holiday weekend. And,
dude, I got a couple, a few last words.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Real quick. But, all right, awesome. Yeah, so, like I said, I think I came across your videos probably like a couple months ago, and this is your first anniversary. Yeah. And based off like all your like intense dedication, I feel like by next anniversary or second one, you can probably be like at a really good place by now. So like, I mean, I think you're well past that like takeoff state, and I feel like from now it's like only up. I feel like you're only going to kind of get like more bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, like you have great vlog content. I feel like even though I don't know you, I kind of like know you a little bit through your like, your vlogs, like your guests and you are just like pretty much chill and stuff.
Yeah, so. Man, exactly. That's kind of what I'm doing, man, is I want to tell a story, I guess, of my life. That's kind of, with every kind of piece, any kind of creative venture you do, man. You're telling a story, whether it be like painting or music or, something more specific like music and obvious. But like, with this, it's kind of just telling a story of me and my life. I'm not like that crazy I don't have like this crazy extravagant life, but like I try and do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Try and make some stuff happen.
Yeah. And I think like you can definitely tell from like your first videos to like your current one, like a lot of like growth and stuff. Like more like comfortability, more like kind of like that like podcast host like personality coming out and stuff. So you do it really well.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Really
so.
awesome.
Got a native of Virginia here in this podcast, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, just the power of the internet, man. It's a beautiful thing sometimes, you know. It's a toxic place at the same time, but sometimes, man, it's very beautiful. Like, so, and this is what it's all about.
For sure.
So, yeah, man, I'm going to get off here. I think I got another call coming in. I wasn't expecting to get multiple at once, but again, thank you for calling in. And, yeah, well, I would definitely be in touch with you, bro. I appreciate all your support. It has not gone unnoticed.
All right. No, dude. No problem.
Absolutely, man. Have a good rest of your week.
Thanks, dude. You too. Bye.
Bye. Wow. So, that's a beautiful thing right there, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Vo White. He has been a supporter for a while. He's been a supporter for a while. He like I said, he said, he was first introduced, I guess, to me, and more specific, through a Bonnaroo vlog, and then he clicked through my channel, and then he's literally followed me and supported me and posted on his stories for ever since, you know, we've had this personal connection to each other, and that's just a beautiful thing. It's awesome. This is what it's all about, really. Okay, we got our next caller. Okay. Who we got here? Young Kobe. Hold on, let me... Oh, Ellie, stop. Hold on, let me go up live on my Instagram again. Ellie. You hear her?
Yeah.
All right, Kobe, so... This is my little brother right here. We're on FaceTime right now. But I'm going to let him say some words, man. So, like I said on the last couple... So I had 2 callers so far, and like I said, any other podcast, it would be kind of more about the guest. But for this one, I want you to just kind of tell me, I mean, this is my brother, guys. So I want you to just kind of tell me about how you feel about Slightlee Daily podcast, more specifically. It has been 1 year. So I'm going to put the mic up to here and just, you know, say a few words.
Yeah, I think Slightly Daily is a great way for people to, you know, find out about the locals around here. I like how you're using your platform to promote people. Like, I think that's the most important thing, and you're being very consistent about it. Yeah, you're. I knew some of the people you've talked to, but I'm also meeting all these other people, and I've gone off and I've checked their stuff out. I've seen all the, you know, the music they've made, just the Instagram posts they've made, stuff like that. Yeah. So I think, you know, I like that about the Slightly Daily podcast.
Cool. Yeah, the vlogs too. More specifically, this one's about the podcast, but like it all ties into the whole like dynamic of just the brand. But also just kind of tell me about how being someone as close. I asked you this pretty much the same question on the podcast, but if you could say, you may repeat what you said last time. But tell me what it's been like. I mean, you're the closest person in my entire life. You're my brother. Tell me what it's been like watching me kind of create this stuff, I guess, you know, to the viewers. Like,
I know you're very passionate about it because you're, like I said, you're being consistent. You're very consistent with it. You're putting a lot of time into it too. Like, it's not just something you're just throwing together. Like, you're constantly working on it. You're going out, you're finding people are finding you. I think that's really, like, it just shows who you are as a person, because growing up with you, you know, you were always, you know, you weren't going to put just, you know, a little effort into it. You were always on it. Like, this is what you want to do. Very effortful.
Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I do stuff, which I mean, Kobe knows this, but whenever I do something, like I do it, like I borderline like obsessed with stuff. Like, I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse to say the least. Yeah. So Kobe, do you have anything else that you want to say before I get off here? If anybody in this Instagram live would like to call in or go live with me on Instagram, please let me know. I got 3 cameras pointed at me right now. So I just said screw the mic arm. I'm just holding the mic now. But anything you want to send off to the people out there?
Just check it out, especially the YouTube channel. That shows a little bit more than just the podcast and the blogs. It shows everything that you put into it behind the scenes, which I think that's very important to point out.
Yeah, it does. The vlogs do add another element of like the behind the scenes, really. Like, it just adds another element instead of, because the podcasts, they're not scripted by any means, but they're kind of more like, it's going to be more formal conversation. With the vlogs, it's like informal, kind of just at the whim, just kind of going with the flow type deal. So thank you, Kobe. I love you. I'm going to hang up now and hopefully try and get another caller in here. I might wrap this segment up here soon if I don't get a caller in the next few minutes. But yeah, this is segment number 1. Hopefully I'm gonna try and get a couple more in here. Maybe like if I can get a hold of some people. But yeah, I love you, Kobe. Thank you for your support. Peace out. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was my brother Kobe. Shout out to Tyler Patterson for being our first caller. Shout out to Vo White for calling all the way from Florida. He's a native of Virginia. And shout out to my brother. This is already a success. This is way better than I pictured and envisioned it being in my head, to be honest. Man, I just, like Kobe said, when I care about something, like, man, I'm getting low-key kind of emotional. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, when I care about something, I like go all in. And man, for those of you that know me, you know that like I'm pretty reserved and I'm pretty introverted. So the fact that I kind of let you guys in to like into my mind kind of takes a lot for me. And being somebody who is pretty reserved and quiet, and to just kind of put myself out there, it takes a lot. And I don't know, when I do, like I said, when I do something, I don't half-ass it. Like, I fucking go do that fucking shit, and I'm obsessed with it. And it's not always a healthy thing to be obsessed with something. Like, obviously, if you were obsessed with drinking soda, then you're gonna fucking kill yourself and get diabetes. But like, if you're obsessed with positive things, if you're obsessed with like positive behaviors, then I think that's really healthy for you. Like, that's really good for you. And whether that be collecting things, it just keeps your mind going, and it keeps your mind like busy, and it makes you feel, it really mentally, doing this type of creative stuff has helped me mentally to be healthier, I guess, mentally, because it makes me feel like I have like it makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. We don't know what the fuck is going on here, and we don't know what the meaning of life is. We don't know what the meaning, we don't know. We didn't ask to be born. Nobody did. But I feel like whenever you find a passion, it's at least one tiny step in that direction of answering that question, these questions that we don't know the fucking answer to. So, yeah. Earlier when I was saying like, shout out to Zach, shout out Caleb, shout out Kobe, shout out Caleb. If anybody wants to go live with me on Instagram for a little bit, go ahead and just send me a little request. But yeah, I was getting emotional earlier because, like, the point I was getting at is when I do something, I keep my head down and I just fucking go after that shit. Like, I just go so hard, and sometimes I don't look up. Like, I just have I keep my head down and I just keep going. And this whole year of being on this podcast, I haven't really had a chance or took a moment to like reflect at all until like right now in this moment. Like, you guys are watching me like have like a breakthrough moment almost, like live on camera, and it's crazy. Like, I just remember wanting to start something like this whenever I had the podcast idea, and I was just so overwhelmed because I was like, well, one, what if I suck at it? And then I was like, well, two, and then once I got over that, it was kind of like, well, how do I do it? How do I work the camera? Which camera do I need? How do I work the microphone? How am I going to afford all this stuff? And then eventually, you know, it all happened. But like I said, I haven't taken time to like stop and smell the roses. Literally. Like, this whole year, I've literally just had my head down and I've just been grinding so much, and like I haven't taken a chance to just like stop and just realize, like, yo, like you've accomplished more than you think you have. And I'm just like so hard on myself too, and I'm really thankful to have the small community, the support system that I do have. I really do appreciate you guys, because like anybody can do this shit. Like, for real. And like, I'm also not trying to sit here and be like egotistical and just be like, look at me, praise me, love me. I mean, if you love me, then that's great. But like, also, sometimes you need to stop and realize, like sometimes you need to stop and take a moment and just be like, wow, like, you're doing good. Like, you did a good thing. You've created something that, like, I created something that I'm proud of, and I can't say that for a whole lot of things. Like, I've tried a whole lot of stuff in my life. I played sports when I was younger. I was a failure, honestly, at sports. I wasn't that good at any sport I played. I was on the team, but like I never really got to shine. And you know, kids need that in some way to feel kind of like, not like special, but like, you know, accomplished. I never really felt accomplished. You know, I graduated college in 4 years, and like that wasn't a big accomplishment to me, but it was still this whole, like, the rest of my life is still like, even after college, I knew, well, shit, I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow as far as like my life. And I never really felt accomplished. I never really felt like I did anything that was like worth praise for like my whole life until I started this stuff. Like, I finally feel like, tying back to what I was saying, I feel like this stuff that I'm creating to these 2 viewers on my Instagram live, and probably the 40 people who are going to watch this on YouTube, like, I feel like I'm creating something that's very productive and like that's very constructive and not destructive. Because a lot of the media, let me put on my journalism major hat. You learn about all forms of media and how media like will affect every asset of your life, of whether you want that to happen or not. it will subconsciously affect your life. And 99%, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough thing, but that's a tough thing to say, 99%, but a lot of the media that we consume, a lot of popular culture and media is destructive, and it's programming a bunch of bullshit into us. And just stop. But what I was getting at is I feel like the media that I'm creating is constructive, is positive, and I'm putting out positive energy. I'm not focusing on gossip and random bullshit. I'm just kind of highlighting. If you look at the Slightly Daily podcast, I'm really just highlighting just normal conversation. I'm highlighting friendship. It might not be my friends who come on, but I might have me and two people who are friends, and I'm highlighting that beautiful moment that they're sharing together. I'm highlighting the start of, or I'm recognizing the work that someone has put in on a project or a clothing brand or something that they're passionate about. That's kind of what I wanted this first segment to be, just to kind of rant a little bit. I had 3 callers, and I have no one left in the Instagram live. But I really just I really haven't taken a moment to like stop and like realize that I'm doing stuff. I'm doing it. Like, I've been wanting to do it. Whatever it is in your life. Like, I'm really fucking doing this shit. And this is like, for all my creatives out there, this is like something that we all probably struggle with, is like, well, I'm doing it and I'm proud of this thing, but like nobody's paying attention to me or no one's noticing it. And it's not like I want to be like famous, because I really don't. I can legitimately say that with all my being. I don't want to be famous, but I want to make a living off of this. And what that would require, to a certain extent, is for more people to know what I do and who I am. But yeah, I'm just really just trying to take in this moment to appreciate the growth that I've had as an artist, as the creator. And I haven't done that much in the last year. I always just felt like I just got to keep going. And I just got to keep doing it. And I just got to keep going and just keep going and going and going. And just not stop and just not look up at all. And this is like the first time that I've looked up and looked around. Like, this podcast thing was so intimidating at one point in my life. A year ago, this podcast thing was so like scary to me because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, I just remember this time last year, I was in a different home as well, but I just remember having the idea and just being so overwhelmed because I needed a lot of stuff to happen. I needed to set up the room a certain way. I needed a certain amount of equipment. And then after that, I needed the knowledge on how to do this efficiently, editing them, keeping them running, making it sound as professional as possible. And it just makes me feel really good to say that I did it. I reached that point in my life where I figured it out, like how to do this stuff efficiently. And then now all that comes next is whatever comes next. But I figured out how to run a podcast. And yeah, I mean, some people give themselves too much credit in any facet of life. Like, you might be too high on yourself. but also you can be too low on yourself too, and recognize whenever you do something good, like recognize it, but don't like focus on it for the whole year, but definitely don't let it go unnoticed. Yeah, man. I appreciate you all. Who we got in here? I think I'm gonna wrap this segment up. We're at 35 minutes. It's 3:22. So funny thing is, I have a podcast I filmed last night. No, not Thursday. Wednesday night. So the Wednesday night podcast is gonna come out before this, but I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit these at all. So like, I'm gonna put these out ASAP. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up segment 1. This is, I know I kind of got deep on you guys, and I kind of got emotional, but like, damn. Cause like, yeah. Hopefully I can get I want to try and get 2 segments in today. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll probably be wearing the same stuff. Hopefully I can, if what I have planned happens, it'll be a dope show. I got Nathan and DJ, hopefully. And I don't want to say the other one because I don't quite know. But Nathan is in town from California, and it is going to be awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to my Instagram Live people. And 1 year of the Slightly Daily podcast. And hopefully another year to come. 78 episodes in 1 year. There's 52 weeks in a year, guys. Thank you guys for watching this segment. I hope you enjoy the next 2.